like that type of thing. I'm like, what the heck is happening? I wonder what that sound is. I got to work on that.
I
Work
don't
on that
hear.
sound when I'm away.
I don't hear nothing though.
Oh, it's gone. No, when the song
Yeah,
is
yeah,
playing,
yeah, yeah. We
Oh,
heard
okay.
it. We heard it. People know.
the
They
people
know the
know.
sound.
The people know. You know
They
what it's
know.
supposed
They
to
know what it
say.
is.
Ah, hey, listen. We got a great show planned for you today. The topic is I should put that topic up there so that the people that's viewing can actually see. Could it be me?
My answer is
Yeah,
yes.
his answer is yes. Could it be me? Listen, let's jump into what's happening with Kamala and Trump. Uh, and I wanted to say her name first for a reason. I want to discuss the fact that he wouldn't debate her on any other news outlets. However, comma, he decided he was going to debate her on Fox News. She agreed, I'm sure. I think she did agree because I kind of like glanced at it while I was coming on. And she don't care. Like if you got the juice, you got the juice.
Exactly.
Yeah. I. That's unfair. You coming to
Okay.
my house where I know where all the booby traps is. My crowd is only going to make her look bad because no one is going to. She can tell you Jesus's social security number, and on Fox News they're going to be like, "Boo! She doesn't know nothing. She doesn't. She's
But
the
guess,
Antichrist."
but guess what? What do we know? See, that's the difference. We know
Got you.
it's
But
going
how
to
many
his
of?
house. Wait a minute. We know that it's going to his house. She already, remember, she demolished Sean Pence,
Hmm.
Vice President Pence, there at Fox News. And you can't be scared to go to somebody's house when you got to, if you're going for the president, you got to go to different countries. Come on.
Yeah.
Never
I
scared.
I got you, but this is early in the race. She doesn't have the momentum to
Early.
go.
It's not early. We got 2 months.
Got
September.
you, but do you think her momentum's strong enough to make us watch Fox News?
I'm going to watch
She,
it for her.
well, yeah, but I mean, I'm hoping that a lot of people do. I don't know. I'm at minimum wage, so that's way above my pay grade. But I mean, having that fight there, I don't know. You can get a couple of them that might say, you know what? Maybe the shooting wasn't real, or whatever they're gonna do. But I mean, that's and he was smart by not going anywhere else with her because she'd have chopped him up anywhere else, even
She
if it was
still,
even.
She gonna
but it's
still
the
chop him
same
up.
person. I'm like, it's the same person, just in a different location. So
Okay, how many times?
if I gotta
How
go to
many?
the hood, I'm going to
Got
the
you.
I'm still the same person.
So if your baby's in a fight and they get beat up bad, are you gonna say, "Oh, you got beat up bad, baby"? Or are you gonna be like, "Well, it's all right. They cheat anyway." You know, when Pittsburgh don't get a call, we yell, they cheating or whatever the case may be. So we're going to their home field, and I mean, it's a strong move, but this is politics. This
This
is
is politics.
politics. This is
And
politics.
and just okay, you play sports, so you don't go to your opponent's home field.
Here's a great analogy. I'm glad you brought it up. My senior
Please.
year, when we beat Steubenville Big Red, we
Okay.
went down there and the grass was a foot and a half high and wet. Now it didn't rain or nothing like that. They knew that we had speed and they prepared for us.
Uh-huh.
And when we cut to their house, the grass was high and wet.
Okay.
To neutralize us is because they knew we were coming and they prepared for us.
Okay.
But we still won. We did
Okay,
still
to
win
my
that
Come
game.
point.
on, there you
That
go.
was a
Yeah, I
great
mean,
analogy. Great
yeah, well,
analogy.
hey,
There
you
you
still
go.
won. But the house was stuck up against us. And when we won, they shut off that flaming horse immediately. They turned off all the lights in the stadium and kicked us out. But my thing in that analogy is they prepared for us.
Well, that you should prepare at all
At
times.
all times, you
It
supposed to
wasn't
stay
a
ready.
fair, but the fight
If
wasn't fair.
if you
Favor is
stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay, all right.
exactly, Nick.
Well, the thing is, we gonna see. We gonna see. It's a strong move. It's a strong, bold move. And he wouldn't come out his house. It's just like picking a fight. Nick and Mel want to fight, but Nick said, "I ain't fighting you nowhere but at my house." Mel, come on now. Don't go over there. You know she.
Well, here's the
You get
problem.
power at your house.
If I'm gonna go with my people. Y'all watch and make sure don't the other people
Mm-hmm.
come out with the
Exactly.
weapons and all that other stuff. You have to prepare.
Okay. All right. Well,
You
she's gonna
you
be.
You
She's
have to
gonna.
prepare.
She's
Okay,
gonna
so
beat you.
I'm ready for her to go because if she doesn't go, he's a coward for not debating her on any other stage.
Right.
She's showing you this is I am who I am. And I love it. And I'm not gonna back down like, oh well, I'm not gonna do that. You crazy? This is like a tit for tat. You running the presidency. Like you are
Right.
running for president. This is going to be your black job, air quotes, because we're right out there. Like
Yeah.
you can't never be scared. We ain't never scared. Like get it together. Exactly. Got to prepare for the battle. And like Nick said, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And she ready. Like, my words aren't going
Mm-hmm.
to change just because of my location. Do
Okay.
what you do. Now let's talk about these black jobs because a lot of people don't understand about the black job, air quotes for the listening audience. They're like, what they talking about with these black jobs? Well, your boy was talking about black jobs and saying how we need to protect the border, what his campaign is run on, and saying that the immigrants will come and take black jobs. So that's where it derived from. The immigrants are going to come and take the black jobs. That if that does not open your mind or open your eyes to say what he feels and what he thinks about black jobs, like we out here picking stuff, stop.
Yeah. Bro,
You don't know because I ain't trying to be funny and I'm not being facetious or anything. But let's just dive into this and let's shop talk. If you look at immigrants, they don't have their proper documentation, so they're going to take any job. So are you saying that black people are just taking any jobs? Because your girl, let me tell you, we got White House farms out there, and you could go pick your own apples. I ain't seen not damn black person pick their own apples yet.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
They in the
Here,
inside, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
those are not our jobs.
listen.
But to say
They.
that, wait a minute, but to yeah, damn it, black people, we don't want them jobs. We don't want them. So it's like black jobs. Are you trying to scare black people? But you can't because surprise, sir. I guess you didn't know we were educated. Do you remember when he was talking about the Mexicans cleaning his toilets at his towers? That's what they did. Or was that was that girl, the Osborne chick said that when he was talking
Mm.
about their jobs and how he wasn't getting paid. Listen, get out of here.
Well, here's the thing. They need those illegals or.
Uh-oh, he didn't dip. He the thing.
Right in the
I mean,
middle of
really,
that.
you gotta really think about it. Like, don't nobody want that? And those are not black jobs. And why are you thinking
It's
that?
just a job.
Yeah.
Period. That
But,
needs to be done. But of course,
but
they
we have our
gotta.
documentation.
Of
Go
course.
ahead, Nate.
The thing is, we need them here because they pay into the system, but they can't pull out. They're not eligible for retirement for certain pro for certain like WIC and food stamps and stuff like that. They're not, but they're paying into it, so they actually are a help to the country. But for him trying to scare us, he said, "Well, they're taking your jobs. Listen, you're going to give it to them anyway because they all you pay them pennies and they pay taxes on those pennies. And then at the end of the year, they can't get in like WIC, they can't get Social Security, they can't get anything. So they're a plus. But we're not supposed to
Shout
know
out to the
that.
Black Panthers for WIC. Go ahead.
But they don't, we're not supposed to know that. So they're taking our black jobs. They wouldn't give them to us anyway. Because guess what? Then we can file for WIC, for unemployment, for all that stuff. They can't. They're all plus. They're all addition to
Okay.
our economy. But he's gonna say that because we're not supposed to know that. And I hope they don't counsel me because I had an educated, rant right there. I'd be smart.
You be
Here's the
smart. Okay.
I'd be smart
why are we gonna call this black jobs?
because guess
The
what?
things
Most
wait a
people.
minute, let me say this because the things that you discussed are only eligible for people who don't have a job
Exactly.
or minor
Right.
job. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, no, let's talk about a
No
black
job and
job.
no education.
Now,
And I
oh,
wouldn't
whoa,
say
whoa.
no education. I would just say poverty stricken. So
Right,
Yeah.
you're trying to keep us down, but why are you saying, oh, they're coming and taking our jobs? Now, here's the winning point, and I probably shouldn't say this toward him. My issue is this. My issue is that you could come into this country and you could get a grant, but we have to get a loan to start a business, small business loan.
Ooh,
They
child,
come and get
listen.
a small business grant. So things are given to them. That's where my issue is at.
That's the
yeah,
issue I've been having for the last 2 years that I had a business. I'm still in the startup stage because I'm trying to get a grant, but they keep coming and snatching all the money. I'm
and,
not getting a loan. I'm not.
So,
well,
I'm not. I am
it
not.
is it
but
is
that, but
very unfair. It's
it
very the
is
scale's
very
not
unfair
fair.
because they come and live the American dream because that's what they say. Hey, I'm going over to America to live the American dream, but we still dreaming.
Well, hey, they do it and they get tax free, tax abatement. That's
Yeah,
why,
Absolutely,
we got to pay
man, shoot,
absolutely,
taxes. They get tax
absolutely.
free.
it's the new
Like,
slavery. It is the new slavery. Freedom is the ability to not have the need to be free. But it's scary about how they do what they do. And we're blind. It's the Matrix. I'm telling you, watch the Matrix, man.
You keep saying that.
We
I
are,
just don't be having time to watch movies.
yeah, but watch the Matrix. It will, it'll mess you up because you'll start putting stuff together. And I mean, it's the Matrix.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm gonna have to check it out one day. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to sit down and check it out.
they just
So
yeah.
watch
that's
the
what
movie.
he's fighting on. Those whole black jobs. Now, so somebody asked. Actually, several people were asking, like, "What is this? What are we talking about?" That's what it's about. Your boy talking about that. Now, did you see him when he said, "You gonna vote for the white guy, or no, the black person, or the white guy?" Now, if that wasn't saying separation, he said
Well,
it. He was at a rally. I can't even remember what state. I was like, this guy is nuts. But you have a lot of his people that was following him before that are like, no, we're not doing that because
well,
it's
I
Black
mean,
blatant
person or
racism.
the white
Since
guy.
he's been in, honestly, when he got in, that's when it started coming out. You knew people kind of felt a little different. You was like, okay, is it? It's questionable. Then when he came up, it was like, oh yeah, we about to just do this.
well, I mean, you can't blame him for that comment because just like this, the highest revenue fight before these mega fights was Jerry Cooney versus Larry Holmes. The black and white aspect of everything is the money making thing. The white folks will vote on them against us in any facet.
Money.
Right, right. So I'm stirring up the pot. So Jerry Cooney versus Larry Holmes. They put so much money on Jerry Cooney to win that fight. Man, Larry Holmes drugged that dude. But guess what? The thing of black versus white, man, shit, that's a genius. That's a genius move by Trump. By saying that, you gonna vote for the black or the white? It riled up the whites so quick because they already put their money and everything up on it.
Well, actually, it didn't.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
It
good.
didn't because you heard the crowd. You had people that were actually booing,
Mm,
and I said, okay, that's a good thing.
that
Now,
is.
and it's like, why are we doing color? Anything to keep a
Yeah.
distraction.
Yep.
We don't work
To
so hard.
separate it. Yeah.
Now
On that.
the BBLs, they going out of style. The BBLs
Because
going out of style. Nate, you
some of them
good?
doctors be having them chicks look crazy as I don't know what.
Listen, the BBLs decided they going out of style, and I'm gonna say that they decided because them ants want their body back.
Ooh, not the ants.
The ants want their body back. What was happening is the the BBLs are becoming more accessible to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So before it was like an elite thing. Now I did do a little research on the BBLs. I want to pull him back on. I don't see you anymore, but that's okay. I wanted to do a little. I did research on it, and they were saying where BBLs actually derived from, and that was your trans. And let me know, guys. Let me know what's happening. That was the trans community who
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, they built like boys. They want to look like. Let me go get these air quotes for the listening audience. These things done so I can look more female. Now that's after me reading and everything. And I don't want to say it actually derived from that, but that's what I saw. that it was the men actually getting these things, getting injections to look more like females. Then, me personally, I see Kim K that keep denying that she had it done with
Girl,
her butt.
yeah.
And then, social media is like, oh, wait, we see this, we want that. They starting with this BBL. Now, some people was late in the game. Now you have people who are getting it out. My question is, why are you getting it out? Because, like, homegirl down the street working at the Family Dollar got one. I
Now,
seen a
is that the silicone? Because I know they started with the silicone at first. Now they're actually injecting
BBL. I don't know
their
what they got.
own
Fix a
fat.
fat or what. I don't know what they got. That I don't know. All I know personally a few people that went to Florida. So I don't know what they're putting in there because I didn't do that much of a research. I didn't travel for it.
Yeah, I
But what
had did
I'm saying,
research, and they're doing like taking the fat from your stomach and other fat areas like your
well,
upper
that's
back.
transfer, but it's still a BBL
Doing it right.
regardless overall.
But
So
a lot
now
of
people
them had the silicone.
they're removing their BBLs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, they don't want it now. But you wanted it because it was a style. And that's where I'm getting at. So it was a fashion statement. It was what was popular, what was trending. So you're
Everybody
like, okay,
get
well,
a
let me do
trophy.
this.
Everybody
And
gets a trophy.
they butt, but right. And their butt gonna be huge, like, or jacked up, like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You be sitting there like bars. What's gonna happen? That's
Like
my
some
question.
of them
Now I
just
say
want
it.
to be ridiculous.
Remember I was talking about how everybody was getting a BBL, and I said everybody at the nursing home gonna be levitating off the beds. We were like, everybody levitated. Well, people are gonna be looking weird. So the homegirls who never got a BBL, they still there. They there for the win.
Well, I mean, men
They're
have been on Team Natural from the beginning, and we kept saying it. We don't like the BBLs. They're fun to play with, but I mean, you don't see a lot of them at the PTA meeting with their husbands.
okay.
All
You better
right.
speak. So tell me, does it feel the same?
I wouldn't know. Well, I grabbed a couple, and I mean,
Yeah, come on.
What did it feel the same? Was it hard?
eh,
Do it feel the same or no?
it was a while ago, but I mean, it was kind of hardish. It didn't have that womanly drop that the brothers like. That the cuff at the bottom. Hold on.
The cup.
Okay, they
Okay, so the
did.
cup at the bottom. What about the cup at the bottom?
You know they like the cuff at the bottom where it hang a little bit. Bloop.
Is that a BBL or is that a real butt?
The real butts have the cuff. The BBL.
Yeah, you got the cuff. You got to have a cuff.
You want a cuff.
That's for the real butts?
Oh yeah, yeah,
With
the
the
cuff.
BBLs, you gotta tell them you want a cuff.
Right.
Oh, is that true? All right, let's go to this comment. I think it's hard for anyone that isn't blessed with a butt to understand. I don't want one, but I get it. Many men won't look at a woman if she don't have a butt.
Especially when they talk about sundress season and all that. Y'all men know how y'all do.
Well,
And
well,
it makes certain women
sundress season.
insecure.
Listen, sundress season has more to do with hips than butt.
Right. Because you don't even see that.
Right. The hips is what does sundress season. What was that song
This
about
part.
sundress?
Now, wait a minute. Now, I want to see, I want to read this comment here. Well, I read it already, and I want to dive into that. And it says many times men won't look at women if they don't have a butt.
I'm the other end, I'm on the other end of the spectrum.
Okay.
I was breastfed, so everybody has the preference. It goes all to preference.
Sweetheart,
With that
I had
statement,
3 husbands with no booty, so
with that statement, I have to I want to dive into that a little bit because I don't wear me personally, and I don't think my crew either. We just out. I wear clothes because they look nice. I'm not wearing clothes for a guy to pay attention to me. That has never been my thing ever. To be like, oh, okay, well, he'll look at me if I have a butt. Well, if you look at me, if that was the case, if you're looking at me because I have a butt, that means that's all you want. You don't even want me for my mind.
exactly.
So that
Attraction starts somewhere.
Poor dude to look at me. Go ahead.
But attraction starts somewhere. If you see a dude with buck teeth and Bud dies, well, you don't want to get to know his mind because he got buck teeth and his eyes are
I would
looking buck
definitely
eyes.
watch this. I would definitely get to know his mind at that point. And I
You
get
would
what you're saying. I'm
he
glad you
wouldn't
told
get the
me because
chance.
my homeboy Rodney Harrison, let's talk. He was like, Mel, he was like, if you see somebody across the room, do you be like, oh, they have a nice personality? No, I'm attracted to their face.
You can't ask Rodney. That's the prettiest dude on the planet. So what does he know about failure? You can tell him I said it. That's the wrong person to ask. Rodney don't know nothing about that. We use Rodney as flypaper. Hey, put Rodney there. He'll grab the girls to us, and we'll pick it off from there. So no. I rebuke you, Rodney, and your prettiness. And you
Yeah,
know I'm right.
but it's the truth. But that, yes, somebody you're attracted to something. I get that.
Exactly.
But don't. How many times you look at somebody's butt and then you turn around there a bugaboo? You be like, okay,
Well,
like,
there's a
but
position for that. I'm a guy, and there's a position for that, so I'm cool with
Don't have to
exactly
be ugly, but she
my
got a nice
point.
body.
My point. That's what I'm saying.
She's
So
hard on the eyes, but
for
she got a
that.
nice body. Yeah,
It's for
Look,
that.
not the
that's
fly.
the bait. You have to have some type of bait. That's why the girls was getting the fake booties. They needed bait to get the guys to say, hey, and then I got you.
Oh,
So
right, but does that say future?
no, don't say future, but you don't. Men don't like. I always said men don't go out looking for their soulmate.
Listen,
We
you
didn't go
want
out
to
and
know
say,
what
oh,
mine was,
Wait,
and
wait,
I
wait,
wasn't
Nick.
even
Wait, I need to
using.
hear him. I need to hear him. Go ahead.
oh wow, Mel looks so good. She would make a wonderful wife, and I can, put her on my car insurance, and I can take care of her. No, it's damn that girl look good. Let me talk to her. And she talks, then you reevaluate and you put her level. Okay, she's still in the wifey range. Then her credit score drop. You be like, girlfriend maybe, and we'll see from there. Then it drop again. You be like, smash only. So I mean, but it starts from an attraction. And if I'm attracted to big butts, that's what made me say, hey, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? But if I'm not attracted to you at all, I'm not buying you no drink or nothing like that.
I came,
And
but watch this though. I hear what you're saying, but I didn't come for you to be attracted to me. I came to have a good time. That's the
okay,
what's the motive? Go
the
ahead, Nick.
your motive doesn't really matter. I
It
don't. Your
does
motive what?
for me. That's
Your
why I get dressed for me.
your
Yeah,
motive. Listen, your motive wasn't to find a man, but my motive was to get with you. So I did what I had to do to get with you, no matter what your
But you
motive
don't see
was.
the butt. So I don't see. Here's the thing: you don't miss what you don't have. Just what you're saying. So don't worry about my personal business, Nate. Talk about something. If I'm standing there and I came to have a good time, that's my motive to have a good time. Your
Got you.
motive is something different. I
Got
don't
you.
know what your motive is. So there's no love lost with me if you decide, oh, she ain't got no butt. Why am I not buying her a drink?
Got
and
you.
it don't
Got
then,
you.
because somebody else will.
But my
Because they
whole
looking
Somebody
at
thing.
don't
something else.
want no drink because that nigga, oops, he gonna be in your face the whole time. I
Well,
don't
you.
know
Where's
why.
the bell? Where's the bell? Let me
Hey,
I
see.
wait,
ain't got to come out and tell. But you
well,
know,
well, well,
I'm
you
out
know.
here.
But the thing was my whole argument on this was about a man's preference. I was breastfed, so I have that preference. I can look back and say, yeah, I've dated and married some flatlands. Woof. But to me, my preference was something else. So I mean, whatever the case may be, if I said, "Ooh, those are a nice pair," say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your
I
name?"
used to
But
hate.
the nice pair is what caught my attention. So
Okay.
after that, it's like, okay. So because like I'm saying, if I had a perfect pair right here and a girl with hips, I'm like, where do I plan my attack? Now I don't care what their motive was. My motive is attack, but which one? It falls back to the preference. So I don't care what your motive were. Her motive was just to come out with her girlfriends, have a drink, and go back home. Now she married to me because I didn't care about her motive. She had the nice pair. They were up looking at me directly in the eye, perfect perky. They wasn't pointing to the knees. So I came over there and said, hey, yeah, girl, can I get two scotches? Can I get two E&Js with a lot of ice? And next thing you know, What her preference, whatever she had in mind, didn't make a difference. She up under me in the Hucklebuck Deluxe talking about, woo.
Well, it don't make a
No.
difference. Just as what I'm saying, because she doesn't know what you're. She don't know what's going on in your mind.
And
Now,
women don't.
I
That's
gotta
my
read
whole
this.
point.
You live in a world
Yeah,
where
we sure don't.
where having arm candy seems to take preference over substance. Now, see, I want it all. I want
But
arm candy because I don't want somebody nobody else wants. Real talk.
Yeah.
And you have to have substance, or it's like, no, I can't take you. I told y'all about that guy, fine, but I already knew he couldn't talk. So guess
here,
what? I can't take you to the job's Christmas party. So bye.
here's the thing.
Take
I'm
my
a
money.
guy.
Bombing on them. Go
I'm
ahead.
a guy that has a 2007 Honda Civic, messed up paint job, everything like that. I don't take that car to church. So a guy can differentiate. Maybe women can't. She don't have to. Listen, if we in about to do it and she tell me she can't read, I'm like, okay, doesn't matter to me because this car is for when I driving back and forth to work. Now the car that I choose to keep in the garage, wax and polish and make sure premium gas is, that's a different car for me.
So
It's
your
not all
taste not
inclusive.
free.
But for women, it has to be all inclusive. You want one car and it has to be great gas mileage, great motor. It has to do everything. That falls back into the cheating category. Because you after that one car that can do everything, I'm just looking for something. Does the radio work? And it got heat. Come on, I'll drive it. I'll drive it. I don't care. And you saying, well, this guy looks arm candy. Dude, we got arm candy so we can take it to the arm candy land. Hey, fellas, yeah, look at this. Well, where is she, man? Shoot, after we did our thing, I mean, dude, Cornell, it's your turn. We don't, we don't, we don't do that.
If you
I
can
don't
get
mind.
along, that's a
I,
great thing.
hey, but this is how men think. And it's like when you keep on saying you don't have, that's not what you were after. We don't care what you were after. You're available and we're going to shoot our
I'll
shot.
get in your raggedy car, but you got to clean it, and you're gonna have to put a towel or something over the dirty seat because you
Do
said all
you
they got to do is have heat.
do you know that I have about two 30 pounds of little Debbie wrappers in the back seat of that car? I don't
Oh,
care
that's
about it. It's there for to get me to work and back. So guess what? In a man's life, he don't have to have it all in this one car. I'll use the crappy car. The arm candy car is when I pull it out on Sundays and go to jazz in the park. Or I gotta wash it because I'm gonna be around where people is. So I'm gonna take that
So
car
you want to
there.
sport it. So you want to
Right.
sport it. Go ahead, Nick, you want to read the comment?
Shauna P. Stacy from Facebook said, "Men will marry the classic car just to ruin it all for the Challenger. So stop it."
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Well. I mean, I'm sorry that's happened for you, but that's a possibility. That is a possibility. But you might not have been his classic car. You may have thought you were his classic car, but you don't know what he thinks. You women
My
I
point.
think
would
so.
like to know
No,
what he
no,
thinks,
wait.
though. I really would.
My point exactly. Thank you,
Right.
Nick. You can
Right.
say,
Yeah.
Mel, you were right. When we talked about the bar, you said what you were thinking,
Yeah.
what your motive was versus mine. We don't know what each other is thinking. All we know is what we're thinking. And
Got you.
you're speaking
But
in general. I knew you were speaking in general. That's Nate to be trying to pick so he can prove his point. Don't even worry
no.
about it.
He is
No.
thus
No.
Nate
No.
the
No. No.
agitator.
No.
Cause
Here.
no,
Here.
because I know it's not personal.
Here's the thing. Just like I told you, buying a drink and all that stuff is a man hunting. You only think from your standpoint.
Because it's
You
me. I can
right,
only
but
think for me.
Mel. Okay, you can think for you, but if you're in a den of wolves, why don't you say, hey, wait a minute? Well, wolves like this or wolves like that, so you can get through that stuff. You have to be in the mind, or you have to understand how your enemy thinks. And I'm just using the word enemy. Don't blast us, but that's just the word that came to mind. I have to know how women think so I can move like that. Because if
So
I
I should
move
read the book. I should read how what is how what's Steve Harvey's how
Steve
men
Harvey's book,
think
Think
like
Like a Man, no,
I
no,
think too.
it's all right, but
I have
he
to think like a female, and I understand you got to be on defense, but not all the time. I ain't about to stress myself out being on defense because y'all decide y'all want to play games.
okay.
This is
Exactly.
gonna be, and guess
Well,
what? You always say You have a choice. So
Yep.
guess I don't want your drink because you're gonna be in my ear all night. You're gonna think we go together.
Okay,
No,
but guess you
I'm looking
just.
at that dude.
I'm just saying, witness and know the game. I'm not saying play it. I'm just saying just know, be aware of the game. You sitting here like I'm minding my own business. How many times have you mind your own business and your body count went up? But you just went out just to mind your own business.
Okay, wait. How many times? Zero.
Mel, again, you're a unicorn.
Zero. You ain't bothering nobody minding your own business. I'm not about to lay up with somebody I don't know. Get your life.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, guess what? How many dinners did I get minding my own business?
Uh
Now
huh.
that's the
But
question.
whoa. Was that in your plan? Was that in your preconceived? I'm minding my business. I'm just here to get guys to buy me dinner. Is that was that in your plan, or did it
No,
just
that
happen?
wasn't my plan. That was, hey, honey,
Exactly.
but you went all the
Exactly.
way to the left. Ain't nobody, people ain't sleeping with people like that. Like, get out
What?
of here.
Okay.
What about when you just minding your
Ugh.
business, period, and they just
Okay.
out of
Yeah,
nowhere?
you just minding your business. Okay. Hey, lions! It's you going. You sheep coming to the lion den. And be like, what do you guys feel like for dinner?
That's
I was
not the
thinking
lion's
vegan.
den because listen, it's several sheep. It's 4 sheep in the party.
It don't make a difference. It's one
That's not
lion.
gonna,
I
no,
can
it's
eat all four of y'all. I can eat all four of y'all. A
not.
lion
Okay.
can eat all four of you. So y'all standing in the drink. So this is what the lion says. Okay, let me send over a drink. Send over a drink for all of them, and tell her the dude over here with the big lips. It said, "Hey, hope you and your girls have a good time." So you and the four other sheep will be like, "Oh, go ahead, Mel. He sent us doubles. Go on and talk to him." Now y'all just there to mind your own business, but the lion is sitting here like, I'm making y'all my business. So I don't care what you're thinking. I'm running my game. Hey, send them a double. Tell that one right there that I said hey, and I hope you girls have a nice time. Next thing you know, inviting over to talk to him, Mel. So now y'all done invited the lion into the fence. So I'm sitting here talking to y'all like,
Y'all got the
yeah.
rules.
And then I'm gonna tell you, sheep. Well, yeah, I'm a vegan. I don't eat meat. I don't eat anything. I'm gonna tell you that I don't have anything. You don't have to fear me at all because you guys are just minding your business, and I'm coming over here lying to you because I know what I'm after. But if you know that that's a lion, don't even accept the drinks. You're better off. It's about knowing the game. But y'all sit here and think that you minding your own business means something to the lion. I'm
No,
gonna try no matter what you're thinking. So
nobody.
guess what, sheep? Now that I'm there and got y'all believing I'm a vegan, I'm gonna be like, hey, I got a jacuzzi at my place. Why don't we go back to my place? All of you guys. Yeah, this lion is cool, and he's a vegan, and I'm minding my own business. And guess what I have for dinner for the next 3 days?
See, your example is used by some airheads that is going right into danger.
Thank you.
There is no way that I'm gonna go. You said it best. We're talking about why would she go to Fox News? Why would I go to your house? Why would I go over to Nick's house to fight Nick at her house? You said
You're
it.
you're
Game recognized game 9 times out
First
of
of all,
you're
10.
not
first of all,
recognizing.
That my dad was the way
let,
he was
let me
because he
say
taught
this.
me a lot.
But
Okay,
let me say this.
this
He
is
didn't
what you
say don't
guys said.
accept the drink. And that's it. Don't accept the drink. Because it's like,
This
hey,
is
what you
what.
drinking? Juice.
Wait
Don't
a
even
minute. Hold on. So let me get this straight of my point,
go
because
ahead.
you said it was good and a good thing that her going to Fox News, and I said, that's her house, and you said no, she should
No,
go to
no,
Fox News.
no. Wait. I did not say it was a good thing. I said she ain't never scared.
Okay,
That's what I
cool,
said.
cool. So
So
now if I
you
flip
got
the
to do what you got
story,
to do.
got you. Now you got to do what you got to do. Now when the lion is there sending you
We're
guys
talking about
drinks,
a bar. We talking about the president. Dave, you
I'm
cannot.
tapping out. I'm tapping out.
Yeah,
Okay.
tap on out. Tap
Yeah, I
on
will.
out.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
he over the tapping the
Okay.
phone for real.
Yeah. I'm like, that's totally different. This is a
It's
bar.
not.
They're volunteer. No,
It's not.
bar and presidency, two different things. And
It's not.
we
It's
are going
not.
to agree to disagree because that is a black job. That's a black job.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's a job.
Big
So it's like
example
I'm
of one.
trying to win this, and if you want to use the bar, yes, there are people who will actually go into the bar to get votes
Hey
when they're
Mel,
running for election.
ask the guys, can it be the same thing that I'm talking about?
No,
Just shoot that question out there and see what the fellas think. Can they see it
different
being the
things.
same thing, or is it totally different?
It's totally different.
Well,
One
ask the
you have
people,
to go. One
ask the people.
one is for your best interest. The other is not.
Right.
Game is
It's
game. It's still
optional.
game.
It's
It's still
optional.
Okay.
What are you
All right.
trying to gain? If you're trying to
Oh,
gain something, okay. So I guess
gotcha.
that's why you guys are like going because you're trying to get the booty. That's why you're okay with the BBLs.
We're not. We never were. We
That,
okay to play with them. We'll play with them. Yeah. Hey, hey. Let's play with the BBL. You want to keep it? No, 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 no.
listen,
Then I'll
let,
have a talk with DJ or Cornell, whoever is on here, and one of my fellas is on here, and I'll be like, "Hey, man, Wednesday's my day. Don't mess
that's
it up."
that's crazy.
Is
That's
it?
crazy.
But so you're mad because how men think, huh? Okay.
No, I'm not mad how men think. That's why my decisions are the way that they are because I was around my cousins, so my boy cousins, and I watched how chicks walk up the street and they talk about, oh man, I hit her. I hit on her.
So,
Sitting on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
so,
I
so.
know how men talk about women, and
Yep.
I refuse to be one of those girls.
So is it safe to name? So is it safe to say your cousins taught you the game?
Yes.
My God, thank you, Mel. Thank you,
Ex- yeah, I
thank you.
witnessed, and I sat there and was
Yeah.
like,
You
that's
you 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 just agreed with me.
I
yeah,
be
Thank you.
I'm
sitting
okay with
going,
agreeing with you
really?
Okay,
when you're right.
okay,
I'm
all
with
right.
you when you're right. Now when you're wrong,
That's
when you say,
what I've
nah,
been saying the same thing all day.
I can't. Yeah, I
Okay.
learned that. I learned that from being around my boy cousins and
Yep.
watch how they talked about different
And do
chicks.
you think your boy cousins care what the woman came out and her intentions was? I'm just here to get a drink. Blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
don't know
You,
nothing about. I'm talking like teenage years, so I learned it
yeah,
young.
yeah, okay, all right.
And
Well,
I wasn't gonna
lo,
be that chick. I
lo,
used to just sit there and I don't even think they paid attention to the fact that I was there. I was just like one of them. But
well, it was.
Larry Blackman, when y'all gonna tell Larry Blackman when y'all gonna have an in service and let him know that it's done? Larry Blackman of for the people. Where are y'all
Oh,
gonna say like
yeah,
Larry
time to hang up the jock strap.
He
man?
still walk. Oh Lord.
He
And,
showed
and and he got the damn wig fro on. I'm like, dude, come on, dude. Yeah, I can't agree
You
with you
get
more
that
on
back
this
in the
one.
'80s. Retired, please.
Hey, the
But you
song.
got
Hey,
to
hey,
no more.
listen. Let him know that we can still play the music. Well, if we come to the concert, we don't need to see that. Just sing the song.
it's looking bad. Go ahead, Nick. You want to read the comment?
Yes, Frederick T. Harrison Sr. of Facebook
You
says,
gotta
Precious.
talk up. I can't hear you.
"Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, girl, girls think the same thing. Nate. Girls sit around and talk about boys the same way we do, and I will agree. We sure do.
And
At least
I
I know
will
I do.
agree as well.
Yeah,
I know I do.
they.
I'm gonna talk
Yes.
about you, especially when you're doing something crazy. I'm gonna talk about you.
Right. And guess what? Nah.
Truth need to be
What?
out
You
there.
get ready,
Y'all need
yeah.
to be telling these dudes. They be sitting there thinking they got to let them know, sir, you don't have the juice.
That's fair.
I'm gonna let you
It's
think you
it's
do.
not okay.
Sometimes I'm gonna let you
Some
think
people
that you do before I break your face. But yeah,
some people feel like, some people fake it and they do what they do and they make the guy think, okay, this all good, and it's really not all good.
To
Especially the
him,
head
it
and
was good.
shoulders. And why do the dudes, you know what, since you brought that up, why do dudes with head and shoulders always talk the most smack?
ooh,
With
she said
with
head and
head and shoulders.
shoulders.
What?
See
Oh,
this?
oh.
The
I don't
head
know.
and the balls, head and
I,
shoulders.
I
You
don't know.
talking
I
all
don't know.
that shit, then you get there. Ooh, Lord,
I don't
here we
know.
go again. Talking all
Then
I
you
that
don't.
get
mess, and
there
then
and
when you
it's
get
not.
there,
Why do
it's
they
like
talk so much? Is that like a little man's complex? Is that
basically
I don't
probably
know.
that confidence level is on high.
it's on super high? And then my
Well,
girl Anitra, since you brought her up earlier, she had
Mhm.
posted a post. And it was a great post. Did you see it, Nick?
I
The
think I
post
did.
was talking about the men who's on medication,
uh huh.
high blood pressure, diabetes, and those men was on her page going for her neck because they were upset. Why?
I don't know. That's too much feelings for me. I don't have
Right. It was
feelings.
different. And you have men who say, I'm looking for somebody to take care of me. I'll give you everything you want, but can you take care of me?
Nurse
Well,
with purpose.
guess what? That's honest and that's the truth. You want the truth. That's honest and the truth. So I mean, I'm cool with that.
Well, in a roundabout way, but we know that's what it is. So you that dude the whole time can't give me the time of day, and then hey, you want to go circle back around and revisit and like, okay, can you take care of
Listen,
me?
Oh, what's the same thing as in high school when I really wanted you? When your body was, you had a brick house. Now you got a whole project. Now you circling the block for me. It's the same. The game is the
Oh, do
game.
they? Do they
What?
circle the because we looking for somebody to take care of us?
No, no, no. Look, what? There's a song by Devin the Dude. It's called "She Used to Be."
Okay.
Listen to that song. She used to
Not
be.
she. I don't know that. How does that
Well,
go?
listen to it. She used to be. And she went from elegant to elephant.
Ooh,
When I was trying to talk her,
who is that? Who is that by?
110 pounds and 150 pounds and 10 pounds later, I found out the superstore trying to holler at a player. It's
Who's
called She
that
Used
by?
to
Who is that by?
Devin the
Devin
Dude,
the dude.
Oh,
and
Devin
then
the Dude. Okay.
and it's the name of the song is Used to Be. So I
Okay.
mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
we
see.
looking for a Medicare woman
I done
then.
had a lot of used to be's come around. No,
I
Well,
can't go back. I can't go back.
game is game. Game is
I
game. Don't
can't
be
go back.
mad at him
I'm
for.
gonna read this comment. I have to read this because this is where it's funny. We're not young no more. We're considered senior citizens. We're going to be on medication and stuff. I mean, God, and no one wants to grow old alone. Then
Facts.
I could be wrong. A lot of women do. Exactly. And I'm going to say the reason I'm going to speak to that because most of us have been married,
A few
been there.
times.
Done that. So you look and be like, okay, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? And some people feel like, oh, you're going to be old with a cat. Guess what? Old with a cat and your money, and you don't have to take care of somebody else. Because what I've noticed is, yeah, women will take care of men, but very seldom do you see. And there's a small margin of men that will take care of a sick woman.
600-pound life.
Listen here, they get it. They get people like what they like, and they got their husbands. And everybody, and I always say that everyone can get a husband. It's what are you willing to tolerate? What are you looking for? You got to. I'm call me shallow. I am. You got to be
But
eye candy. You
that
got to
yeah,
be.
that
yeah,
I'm.
that's
I'm
where I am.
attracted
I'm
to
to the
eye
point
candy.
where the
When
game
you want
okay.
to sit around and do
relational
nothing,
games.
that's whack. I
Okay.
don't sit around. I can sit around and do nothing. And then, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna speak from a female's perspective. And Nick, jump in here. You can sit here and be like, "Oh, okay, I'm with him." You buy you first of all, you by yourself. You can sit there, you get up, you go, you doing what you do. Okay, all I gotta do is feed myself. Then you decide, okay, well, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to die alone. Let me get with somebody. So now I can't just up and feed myself. Now I have to make sure this dude is fed. Did he take his medicine? He can't walk no more. I'm still going. That it's a responsibility. So when you're younger and you get married, it's all well and good. It's fun. You're reproducing. And if you are with somebody different than who you were with prior, it's a responsibility. And it's like, do I want to do this? Because I told you what that old lady said. Men over a certain age, men want a nurse or a purse.
Yep.
I ain't mad. Look, I'm like, I ain't mad though.
Yep. I can't argue with it. But I mean, if you know the game, play the game. Play the game the way it works. Advantage for you. Simple as
Just like
that.
a boo.
So I'm not mad at these young girls who want a dude with money. That's the game they play. I noticed that. Don't want to play this game. Up, these older women want a guy with stability because they don't want to be alone. Well, okay, I think this 3 o'clock a walk. I'll shoot my hand with it. So I know the game. Now, did this
Okay.
young girl come to me playing trap music, talking about, she like older men and stuff like that? I'm like, for what? So I choose not to play that game. Women, hey, listen, I got Geritol. My left leg don't work. My right toe is big. I got bad bunions. I'm looking for a woman that can take care of me. And you say, no, I don't want to play that
Why
game.
you love her when you was up and running?
Oh my God, because the game was different then. It was a different
See,
game.
that's what I'm saying. Wait a
Male,
minute, I
male,
gotta go.
you can't.
Tiffany Carter's mom said, my mom used to say, this ain't social services.
Ooh,
Cornell said, I can argue that that's not true for all men. Not saying all men, which
Right.
generally speaking. When I went through my cancer, my sisters and all, oh, wait a minute, it bumped up. Hold on. They wanted me to come home. Okay, so the family decided to take care of you. That's nice.
Family, yeah.
And I can agree with that when I was going through. Oh, you said the same thing. Okay, you wrote it twice. That's why I was like, wait, it bumped up and I lost my place.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever the game it is, like just
So
like if I came to you
why
and told,
at this
I,
age? Why play games at this age? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm I've been there, done that. I don't want to do all that games. I
Nick,
listen. I am
Nick,
not. I This is not Parker Brothers Mattel, and I am not Barbie. But if you want the old Nick to come out, if you want to play games with me and the old Nick come out, that's not a good thing. So like at this age, why still play games? Don't nobody have time for that. But if that's what you want to do, let me know ahead of time so I could be prepared. Yeah, because I'm good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I told you, only you know what's going on in your head when you
No,
go.
I'm just saying, like, what is with the games at this age? Period. Like, we're
Well, I don't think it's a game at this age. It's just personal preference. And it's a need. It's like, okay, well, this is what I need in my life at this moment. So
mhm.
this is what I'm looking for. And it's all about choices. Am I gonna go ahead and do it? Am I gonna fall for this? Am I gonna say, okay, I'm willing to take care of him? Yay or nay.
but
Usually the ones that decide they're gonna take care of the person is if they have been loving them for years and
For
they're okay
years,
with
right?
doing it.
but
But
that's
to just meet somebody and be like, ah. Now, depending on the illness, because yeah, I get the fact what Cornell said, we're getting older, people have their own medication, get all of that.
the thing is, this is not the game. If I'm coming to you, telling you, hey, look, I have chronic hangnail. That's not game. I'm telling you the truth. So that's not game.
Okay,
And and I'm coming to you at a time in my life that I got chronic hangnail.
okay.
So that's why the game is where it is. It's not game,
I
and it's
can respect
the
that.
right,
I
but
can
it's the
respect
part of
that.
life. And you said, well, why couldn't you come to you before you had chronic hangnail? Uh, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I didn't see you or know who
Because
you
you weren't
were.
interested. Because you weren't
Exactly.
interested.
If
Until
you,
Kind
you
of like you
get
said that high
me.
school
ugh,
you were interested in it, then she comes back looking for you. Well, you weren't interested then. Now you want to come. Why? I do like what Fred said. He was like strategy and what's best for that person. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Fred used the word like strategy. I'm proud of it.
I forgot y'all went to East too, right?
That's
Oh.
my dude. That's my
Uh,
best, my
Oh
bestie.
Lord.
That's
but
my bestie.
here's the thing though. You'll sit there and you tell me if you're upfront, I'm cool with it. If you're upfront, like, oh, I got a bad back. Okay, well, I know we can't go to amusement parks because you can't walk a long distance. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, his back might hurt, so he's not my forever date from this day forward because he might not be up to going escorting me to wherever I'm trying to go. So it depends on what you need in your life at that time. I guess I could kind of understand that.
Thank you.
You got high
Well,
blood pressure.
we would no
That's
bad
fine. High
back and
blood
to
pressure.
have
Okay,
me
we
wear
just
my
don't want
knees
this
out
all intake.
on top all the time. No.
Hmm?
No. I said,
No
don't come
what?
to me with no bad back and then have me wear my knees out because I got to be on top all the time riding the rodeo.
Hey, 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 hey.
You know what?
Uh,
I'm just saying though.
uh,
You got a bad back, so I gotta accommodate your bad back. But then in the meantime, my knees is getting wore out. I know.
hey, that's us doing what we have to do to make the dream work, girl. Get on up there.
And then when we both broke down, then what?
Well,
That's usually what happens. That's why I'm
well,
saying, like,
well, we're at that age. We ain't 21. I can't do the reverse. I can't walk around with the Melvin with you anymore. You were 110 pounds back then. I could have Why can't I Melvin with you no more? Why can't I do the Melvin with you no more? Because you're 250? Because you're 190? So is that my fault too? Is that my fault? We aged. I can't Melvin with you no more. So I don't want to hear what you talking about. Oh, I can't. I got to do my knees. You was 120 pounds back in high school. I Melvined you all
and you
around the
know
house.
your feelings gonna be hurt when you say I can't carry you no more.
You damn right. You damn right. But guess what? Am I wrong?
Oh, I can still
No.
be serious.
So you mad at me? You mad at me because I can't Melvin you no more?
Nick, the
Okay.
answer is Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's
yeah. Well, there'll be a lot of movies
the
being
only thing
watched.
to do.
They're gonna be watching the Matrix, nervous like a mug.
Hey, that's what I do. I mean, I'd rather watch it. Let's watch the whole series, girl.
Now here's the thing. It's different. I posted up this one comment. that I wanted to read for the listening audience. Life changed now that he is no longer in a situation or no longer married. We just happened to cross paths at this time. So this
Thank
goes
you.
back to what I was talking about, like how come you ain't check me out then? Yes,
Right.
most of us, like I was saying earlier, most of us have been married, divorced, and then you go back out. So that's why you sit there like, let me rethink this thing. Do I really want to do this? I just got out of this stressful situation. What am I willing to tolerate? Just like
That's
Nate
it.
said, my
Not
600 pounds.
much.
That's it. Yeah, it
Not
is.
much.
My 600 pounds. They can find a husband. They can find a wife. Everybody can be married. It's what are you
Mm-hmm.
willing to tolerate? And are you willing to tolerate that?
Baby,
Now
my
I want to
tolerance
talk.
level is like
I want
this
to
now.
speak to this because I got stuff to do here. Could it be me,
Yes.
Ninja?
She at least you're right.
Ninja.
It is.
Wait a
It.
second. Could it be me that I keep attracting the same type of guy?
Yep.
I need to see your face. Can you pull over or something?
Hold
Or
on. Yeah. Hold on.
if
Here
you
we go.
driving? Okay.
No, no, no. I'm not driving. I had to do something, but I'm back. Yes, it's you.
Why?
It just is. I mean, everything that happens to me, it's me. So well, not attract, but if I allow the same type of person to come in my life, my choice dictates it's me because I use my choice.
Okay, let's go back
So
to
it's
Nick.
me.
Let's go to Nick. Watch this. The game. So when you guys first come on set, y'all know I'm in the place. When y'all first come on set, y'all in character.
Yes.
You don't
A
know
whole
that this
character.
is you. Go ahead. Where you go, Nate? To the
Right.
bathroom?
He just disappeared on that one.
What are your thoughts on that? I'll read this comment. Yes, they always blame the other person and never look at themselves because they always attract the same type of person. That's what's interesting. I don't want to dive deep into this, but there are 5 types of people wherever you go. 5 types of people. We'll talk about that on another show. I'll dig deep probably next week. I'll elaborate a little bit because we're running out of time. You're going to run into those type of people, but my thing is why? Why do they keep coming? The same type of people. And let me say this: some of you guys I see, and even Nate is looking at the negative side. And it doesn't have to be the negative side; it can be the positive side. But it's this
Right.
type of guy or this type of girl. Now, if you sitting there and you on social media flashing your money, you're doing flashing your money. Yeah, you're gonna attract that type of woman.
Mm-hmm.
The BBLs. She's going to attract that type of guy that's interested in the BBLs. What do y'all call them? The play toys or whatever.
Yeah. 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 You fish
So,
with the. You have to fish with the bait that you have. Whatever bait you use, that's what you're trying to catch. So
okay.
yeah.
So let's say you just go minding your business like you used the bar scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't bother nobody.
Right.
So is that your bait?
No, women don't bother any. Women are the fish. Yours are the game. You're what we men go after women. So the men are the one who's using the bait. That's why I was on Instagram flashing $200,000 of fake money and jewelry and posted on my boy's car. Cause I am fishing for you.
Okay.
You being the bait, if that's what you're attracted to. Hey, these girls are attracted to Harleys. So I ride my Harley to this thing and I wash it up, my looking good, and watch my bobber. Once that bobber go under the water, I'm yanking. Oh, I got one. So
Okay.
I don't go fishing with a 12 gauge, and I don't go hunting for bear with a fishing pole.
So is it safe to say that you guys dress for women?
Yeah, everything is about y'all. Everything. Listen, like I
Whoa.
said, me and Cornell stayed out my basement in sweatpants, farting, eating pizza, playing PlayStation 5 nights a week, and we cool with that. But as soon as Cornell get with, I don't know, somebody, everything changes. Everything changes. I had a conversation with a lady the other night, and we're talking about men and women and stuff like that. And I said, well, men do the fun stuff. And once a woman gets involved with the fun stuff, she wants to change that.
Now, I wanted to go to that. Could that be the issue?
Yes.
Is that they come in one way and we want to change them, and that's why we keep attracting the what we think is the same man?
Well, if
Is
you
that
look
what
into the
I'm saying?
whole facts, the whole facts Bible, dudes like those, the garden tools, because they always say, yeah, they're willing to try. They're fun. As soon
Okay.
as I get a wife, you got to go fishing again. You got to go, a girlfriend. Oh, you got to go skate. You got to.
Okay. Wouldn't they moving the goalposts?
You said that many a time, moving the goalpost. I ain't moving nothing.
That's Nate's thing, moving the goalposts. Okay. You're not moving. And see, that's the thing. A lot of women don't. You sit there, you go into, since we have this social media, let's talk there. You DM, somebody DMs you just out the blue. And you say, oh, okay, I'll give him a shot. But it's the same type of guy once you talk to them. So are they, that's what I'm looking at. And all the guys on here was like, issue. One female said, yes, it's you. Just like Cornell was saying, well, if it's, no, Nate said it's happening to you, so it's you. But if you don't even know the individual and they're inboxing you, to me, I think they study.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you.
And I think they study. Yes,
Oh yeah, they definitely study,
I'm
especially
projecting
if
because
they
that's
can
what
tell
I
you
do.
everything about you.
Let me see what you're about. Let me see the post that you do. Let me see all of that and then say, okay, here we go. Because let's talk food. What did you say? Keep this full and that empty, right? And y'all can read between the lines. That's Nate's thing. Nate the agitator. Keep
Yep.
my belly full and whatever else empty.
Yep.
So if you know I cook and you see on my post that I have food, so you inbox me because you like to eat, right?
Yep.
But then we communicate, and all you're talking about to me, instead of, hey, what do you like to do or wanting to take me out, is what's for dinner. So I set that up because it's out there. You know what I mean? So this is what I presented. If we, okay, now I do like this one. Esau Cole said, quit talking to them. If you keep talking to them, then, that's on you. Absolutely.
Mhm.
But you don't know. And how often does that happen? Because with Nick, what you were saying, the games. You don't know. What is it, 3 months? And I think that's why they have that 90-day
The
rule,
90-day rule, yeah.
because it's like, can you keep up a facade for over 90 days? My thoughts is the same as it always been. If it's under 3 months, your theory, like there was nothing. Did I used to go, no, you didn't. Get out of here. We're seeing it because I was able to see the real you. Mm-mm. People play games. And when you play the game, then you get what you get, and then you choose not to deal with them. What about
Right.
if you have that person that's boring and they can't hold a conversation and they like to text? Yes, Eastside Cole, definitely.
My
I'm
nerves
gonna
is
stop talking to
texting all the time. I don't do that. Call me something. I ain't texting all
you.
the time.
Yes, I agree with Bill. Okay, Bill said we still have to take accountability when we letting someone in our circle. 100%.
Right.
Absolutely. But then if you decide to cut them off, or what they using, ghost them, what the kids using, you cut them off or you ghost them, then you're wrong. Why? Or
Right.
if somebody's upset because it's like, okay, well, that's not what I want for my life right now. How can you get mad at me because you disclose information to me that I don't want in my life right now, and then you're mad at me because I don't want you? What's wrong? What's happening? What do you do in that case? Have you been in that
Basically, you
situation?
can't. I've been in several situations like that. At that point, you really can't do anything. Like, okay,
And how you
whatever.
gonna make me feel bad because I don't want you?
Exactly. I mean, it's been both ways for me. And okay, that's I'm mad at first, but then I get over it. Okay, he don't want me, bye. But don't come up in my house or house inbox phone whatever with all that, especially if you could tell me from A to Z about me, because like you said, people study you, that's why they. But then you want to change things. Like you know
A,
how
a,
I am.
a guy,
You know how I am.
a guy.
Same thing for women. Like if I'm
Okay.
gonna study you, I know how you are, and then I just boom reach out and be like, yeah, I know you do this, you do this, you do that, and then all of a sudden everything is a problem. Well, I knew that, so therefore it
Ugh.
shouldn't be a problem for me because I still decided to reach out.
Do you guys understand that life happens? And I mean,
Oh,
to be
definitely.
to be custom made for me is to be custom made. So if there's any alterations or something to your suit, you know, your prom dress, you can wear it today if you alter it. So you guys are talking like we supposed to pre-know or preloaded all this information about what's going to happen tomorrow. You
No,
know what I
we're not.
mean?
No, no,
What?
we're not
Oh, okay.
at
Okay.
all.
All right. Okay. Well,
What we're
cool.
talking about is
I
today. We're not
okay.
talking about tomorrow. We're talking today at this
Gotcha.
age. The
Gotcha.
the thing that's interesting for me is what Lisa Cole was talking about. You have the you're wrong in their eyes, but made a good decision for you. That's what it's all about, making that decision for you.
For you.
But
How
why? What vibes? And that's when you have to, go in retrospect. What vibes am I giving that I keep attracting this type of guy?
do you,
And go ahead.
have you ever thought it ain't about attracting? It's about accepting. I can attract the same type of bums, but if I let the same type of bums in, attraction. It's not my fault on who I attract. I let you in to have a relationship, to do all these things that you are upset about. I have access to that. Who gave me access? So if you're attracting the same type of guy, okay, cool. You a certain type like you, or that's what you put out in the world. That energy is attracted to you, but you accept it. That's the only time it becomes an issue is when you accept it.
Now,
Because I keep on attracting these Oompa Loompas, but until I say, yeah, it don't make a difference.
but here's the thing. So you change the whole question. It's
Okay,
not about it's why am I attracting this guy? Nobody's accepting them. So you
okay,
find out that these are the type of men, and after you get that conversation at the very beginning, you're done. So
okay.
I see that it's been cut off, but you can attract us. I attract a certain type of person,
Me too.
and it's like, okay, and let me be clear for the listening audience or people who just tuned in. Not all attractions are bad. See, here we focusing on the negative. Everything is not negative because you can attract the same person, but what is it about you? That's the question. Could it be me? What is it? What vibes am I giving off that I'm attracting these people? Not all are bad. There's some
Right.
good, but I'm wondering what vibes are there, like what am I giving that say, hey, I keep attracting this type person? We got a few
Energy,
people, in our would you say energy?
energy,
Energy.
energy.
Your energy.
Pure
Okay,
energy.
okay. So that's why I was like, it's not just all bad. And I understand, yeah, we're getting older. We all have our issues. We definitely do, all of us, male and female.
Thank you.
You might have somebody that's younger who is attracted to you and they want children. You can't give them children.
That's
So
totally your fault. That's your fault, man. You should be able at 60 to give him a child because that's what he wants.
You know, I do agree with it. It's the energy because I've met several strangers, and I'm not just men, women too, that just will get to talking, and they're like, it's just something about you, your energy. You just have this light around you, and I'll be sitting there going,
And
like,
everyone has a type too.
and it's like, okay, but and it's
there
been
you go.
different,
There you
yeah,
go. A type, a type, energy. Okay. And what
Yeah.
you are setting off. Now, when you have, like, I got some homeboys, man, they have me. I just learned this new one, y'all. My dudes didn't tell me. I just learned this new one. When somebody asks you for money, the thing is, let me call you back.
I choose the other one. Now,
What, the other one? No.
nah, I ain't
No.
got it.
But here's the
no.
thing, they don't even ask you when they get to start asking you for money. You know how to preface it said? Yeah, I gotta do, and then you just say no.
Yeah.
That let me call you back. That's my new one. Let me call you back. Oh, I gotta go. I'm done. Listen, when I found, I was like, that's a good one right there. Like,
Let me call
I
you
let me.
keep
back.
it real. I keep it real.
You keep it
No,
real.
no.
That's a good one. And I want to put this out there. No, dudes don't ask me for money, but you know, other people be rich around and they got this problem. Yeah, for everybody. Let me call you back. When homeboy told me, he was like, "Oh yeah," as soon as he's like, "So I'm talking to a chick," and she started telling me, he be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Then she started telling me about all her woes.
Well, yeah, those are the ones you scared to. Those are the ones you scared to say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, how you doing?" Well, my light bill is about to cut off. I'm like, ugh, I'm scared to certain type of women. I don't even say how you doing to. It's good
But how
morning,
do you know
beautiful.
that that's that type of person? That's where we.
Oh, well, I
How do
mean,
you know? Can
it
you
only
smell?
take one time. It only take one time, and I'm like, ugh, how you doing? Well, Johnny got to have soccer fees paid and this, that, and other. I'm like, ugh.
What soccer fees?
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's just I
so
don't.
that's the onset. Now, Nick, like, how do you know, like, certain type of people in energy? Have you ever had, or I don't, just the experience or seen someone who may need like a nurse, so to speak? Because guys always, I'll hear them say, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be having this surgery on, but we ain't even talking about no surgery."
Child, listen. Yeah, been there, done that, and yeah. Anyway,
Those are the badges of age. My arthritis didn't come when I'm young, but I lived to see my arthritis. My gout didn't come when I was young. I lived to meet my gout. So that
Okay,
happened. Your menopause
that's
didn't
great
start.
though.
Your menopause didn't come until what? So you're old enough to have menopause. Things change.
I get that. That's not what I'm
So
saying.
I can't hold you hostage
No,
because
no, no. You just want to argue. Nate
yeah,
Diaz,
that too,
want to have
that
that.
too,
You just want to argue.
that too.
My thing is, when does that come out? When should that be? Like, when should you disclose that? Because if you're not having a conversation about you having knee replacement, those are natural things. I get that all together. But as a female, you're trying to date somebody. When does that come out?
You ready?
Hey, how you
for
doing?
me,
Like
it
you
came
said.
out the first date. Like, I
Oh,
saw him limping a little bit. In the first date, he was like, "Yeah, I was playing basketball. Some guys, I'm running down the court, and one guy ran and kind of kicked me."
wait.
And
Oh, there we go. Now you break
yeah,
them. So
he
you
was
said the
telling me what
first date,
happened.
you asked him why he was limping?
No, he just told me. He just told me
Okay,
what
so
was
he was
going
up
on.
front.
Right. Because I really didn't pay attention to him limping at first because he opened the door for me, let me go in or whatever, got our food, ordered our stuff, sat down. We went to did a salad date. So we went to a salad bar. And then we were just talking about different things. And then he let me know. And he was like, "So I don't know if you noticed me limping or not." And I really did not notice at first, but then later on I was like, okay, yeah. And he told me, he was like, I stay busy, I work out, play basketball, I roller skate, I do this, I do that, ride bikes, but this is what happened. I'm like, okay, so therefore when he had the surgery, I chose to take the day off to be there.
Okay. And so you nursed him back.
Well, that's an accident. He didn't share his cholesterol or his sugar count or anything like that.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, but he told her up front. I can respect that.
Yeah, he
And
told me.
just like with me dealing, here's a comment. With me dealing with cancer, I like to let people know up front. To me, I think that's fair because you have people who say, okay, well, I don't want to deal
Deal
with
with that.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But let me say this, and it's not just physically doing things. Some people don't want to open their heart up to be crushed again because you look like, oh, are they going to be okay? You know what I mean? If I open my heart up and I love this guy, I don't want this person, God forbid, I'm not saying that for you, viewer, but I'm saying, like, you look at it like, oh God,
mhm,
it was, at one time it was a death sentence. It's no
mhm.
longer like that, 100% death sentence. But it's like, do I want to open my heart up to be broken alone? Do I want to spend my time? So I can appreciate that. I can. And see, I like the upfront thing.
Keeping it
And
real.
I'm not a ageist before y'all start blowing me up like, man, people getting old, less than here. I'm about one of them. I need everything, okay? Real talk. Like, what's happening to you? Will I
Well,
tell somebody? I'll mention it, but a lot of people don't know. So I'm gonna go back to the energy. Could it be me? You are attracting people because of the energy. But then you have people who need that energy that you have, and they want to suck it out of you and suck the life out
Right.
of you.
Ooh, child.
there we go. Mel, here's an hot
Yes,
news flash. It's a Shop
go,
Top original. Mel, the way
go
you
ahead.
look, you don't need energy, girl. They're gonna try to shoot their shot anyway. So,
It's 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 certain people. No, no, the energy. It's certain people though that are attracted to certain people, and I think it's like you said, a type, a
a type.
energy.
Hmm.
And then we got the third one. Let's figure out the third one amongst each other. I got the number down there, so feel free to call at 619-902-2287 if you have some input or just text. Because if you can text,
Sometimes you have
well,
sometimes you have people that'll say, "Well, I'm usually used to this type of person, but you're not usually my type." But so therefore, it's still what is it? Okay, if I'm not usually your type, and I'm just saying it's not. If I'm
mhm,
not usually your type, then what is it that attracted you to me? And like, what was
something
it that?
different.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like a lot of times, people just want to try something different versus the norm because maybe the norm didn't work for them or whatever it was. It's like, but it's something. But still, even if you want to try something different, why that particular person? What about that particular different person attracted you that made you want to try something different? Like that's still kind of a mystery. Like, but
What you got,
I've
Nate?
seen that, those situations. Like, well, I've talked to people and they're like, that ain't even my type, but it's just something about it. I'm like, what?
Something was
I
their
don't
type.
know. I can't tell you. I don't know. And then
Okay, let me
now
see
when
what
they
Nate
say
has to
the
say. Go ahead.
energy, then
What you
yeah.
got, Nate? What you think?
No. Oh well, I mean, it's situation. I mean, I hung around Nick, and then I found out, she can do this really well, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I hung around her, and then, we get along well. She tells funny jokes. So I mean, the situation could be situational. So I
Yeah,
mean,
you have people who say, okay, that's not my type, but there is something that they like. Now, I want
yeah,
to know this from the fellas that the viewers on there. Please let us know. Just answer yes or no. Are you attracted to women who remind you of your mother?
I have one that I'm now here. Here, this is weird,
Woo!
and
You see that the agitator smiling.
well, she's very attractive, but I could never try to date her. And we grew up together. We see each other to this day a lot of places. We always spoke. We've always been good friends and cordial. But I never attempted to do anything because she reminds me so much of my mom. And I can't see
Is that what
myself
we about?
wanting to do the medieval stuff that I would want to do to her. And she reminds me of my mom. So yeah, yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Because some people like
Okay.
they're attracted to if your mother was very independent, they're attracted to that.
Well,
This is
that's
what
qualities. That's qualities. I was talking look.
I ain't talking about look now. That's
Okay,
What
well, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's
quality?
pretty creepy.
Wait,
That's
what?
pretty creepy, Nate.
Well, yeah, yeah,
I'm,
yeah. Well, I
I'm with
mean,
you on
this
that.
girl reminds me of my mom when I look at her, and I'm like, no, because I won't, I don't want, can't see her in the Hucklebuck Deluxe, and I'm like, is, you know what I mean?
Okay,
But
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 like
a,
the
a
qualities.
man, yeah, man, that's his first love. His mom is his first love, so that's the first woman he's ever been around and ever loved. So those qualities that my mother have are very important to me. A
Okay,
man's mother is his first love. My dad used to say, "You don't get me no gifts on my birthday or nothing like that. You take care of your mother." So my mom was my first love, and it's hard finding a woman with those qualities. But those are what were bred into me. What I got those first, so that's deep into a man. I would think qualities, yeah, the qualities. What? Look at your son. Any girl he brought around you, did you see? Oh, okay, I see. The ones he didn't bring around you was just, for fun. But the ones you met, Mel, you can see something. Oh, okay. She reminded me of me in this way.
I couldn't.
No?
I couldn't. And
Okay.
here's what's interesting about it. They always wondered. They said, "I don't think your mother likes me." So then he would ask me. He was like, "She thinks you don't like her." I said, "Oh, that was it." I
Oh,
didn't
he.
dislike them, but listen here, I didn't dislike them or like them. I didn't know them. And my thing is, who do you like? It don't care if I like them.
But
That's
no, 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 no. It cares to him. It cares to your son if you like him.
now
Because
one.
guess,
One was very very neat, and I got that part. Her house was like, I got that. And then
remi-
another one, I heard him bring, and I said, "Uh oh, I got to teach him." He said, "See, this is." I hear him, and I'm in my room. I heard him. He just happened to come. He said, "See, this is how I was brought up. Everything has to be in a place." And to myself, I said, "She must not be the cleanest." And he likes her, but trying to tell her, "Listen." So I ended up telling him after. I said, "You can't say that. Like that's rude. You know.
no, it's not.
You don't
That's
think?"
that's what he wants. That's what makes him happy, and that's what he's accustomed to. You don't meet
I
a
get it a little bit.
a dude who was raised by the Klan and say, well, hey, that's just how he's raised, and just let him have his views and stuff. If you're gonna be with me, and a guy saying that to a woman is him saying, hey, listen, I'm trying to make this for this to be forever. I'm giving you game right now. Hey, listen, I wasn't raised like this. If we're gonna be together, I need it this way. So
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
actually him showing feeling towards her. Because guess what? If she's there for a short time, he could care less about that. He want to play with the BBL, play with the let her use her pepper grinder, and that's it. But if I'm giving you inside information as a man, it's because I care about you. Hey, listen, I was raised like this, and if things go in a certain place, blah blah blah. But if she wasn't going to be around, or she wasn't, you know, the one or whatever the case may be, you wouldn't care about that garbage. He wouldn't
So
have cared
that's
about
what
that.
that is.
Okay.
That's what
Yes,
that is.
Let me see a text. Watch it.
yes.
It doesn't start out that way. Guys or women being sick or health issues. Yeah. That's somebody was commenting on previously how dealing with somebody who has health issues.
Hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't start off that way.
Right.
It
It
starts off
don't.
all fun and games
Yeah.
and the time,
It's
and
the,
then those things happen. But you don't leave them. I want to put that out there. You don't leave them after you've been with them and then be like, "Oh, you sick, bye,
Right.
I'm out." But the walk in, you can't sit there and not disclose this information and then tell me after, like, come on, that's not okay.
well,
Now, if you
he
got
may.
four toes, that's okay. You got shoes on. I don't know. I like you. We got a great personality. I can handle the four toes. We're not gonna buy you no sandals. You know what I'm saying?
She said we not gonna buy you no
Well,
sandals.
hey, it depends on if he can brace them four toes and get that leverage you need, though.
It's so crazy. So crazy. That's very different. But to just jump in and when they're attracted to you and just start with, "Hey, I need, hey, this is going on," that's a lie. And you do have people who are attracted to, or they're, attracted to a certain type of person. But why, back to the original question, why am I attracting these type people? What energy am I giving off, since we got energy and we have the
Hmm.
type right now? What am I giving? Am I giving I'm needy, so let me talk to a needy person? Or, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
I
come to me,
understand.
come, is there one? Is there another? Like, what
Right.
is that?
I've often wondered, like being out somewhere and don't know somebody from Adam, don't even notice they're there. Then all of a sudden, boom, what's up, girl? How you doing? Da 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 da. Huh? Like where you come from? Like I've never seen you before. You've never seen me, or maybe you have seen. I don't. So I've always wondered that. Like, what is that? Like, just to come out of nowhere, especially if you know you case when you walk in somewhere, you're casing the joint to see whatever. And if you don't notice this person, and all of a sudden you minding your business, like you said, minding my business, and then
Mhm.
come. What? That's what I've always. What made you want to? Sometimes what made you want to talk to me? Oh, I've been watching you. I've been like, but like.
Let me answer this question. I got another text that said, no, not attracted to people like their parents. You know what I mean? Like their mom. Guys aren't. Okay, so thank you. Now, when you go with what made you get attracted to me, a lot of people, I'm telling you, this social media, they will study your social media page and think they know you. That's
Hmm.
why it is imperative. Don't put yourself all out there like that. You can be different people. Who are you today? Boom. Even and not playing games and not being fake and phony, but social media, do you really know these people and do you really want them
Right.
inside on all your stuff? No, you'll know here's a sprinkle, here's a little bit, but here's a little bit. But then when you know somebody over here, at the house, you be like, oh, I really know that person. It's very different. And then
Mm-hmm.
they realize, oh, okay, this is who they are here. But a lot of people just disclose all their information on social media, and then people study them. They got your playbook, and
There
then
it
they
is. Way to go, Mel. Thank you. Thank you.
he's so funny. I'm like, where you go? What?
Yeah, yeah, that playbook. Gotta know the playbook.
So there you have it. And then maybe that's why they keep coming and being attracted to you. But listen, a boring dude, how you gonna reach out to fellas? Please help me understand this. How do you reach out to a DM or whatever y'all do to a female and then get on the phone and just breathe?
Good.
Hey,
Please don't do
You
that
have
because you'll
like
get you
typing courage.
hey, that's his game. That's all he know.
and you'll get introduced to Mr. DT real quick.
Okay,
What is
well that's
DT?
cool. It didn't work
Downtown?
then.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah,
like, what's
well,
DT? Downtown? They don't even have them no more. You can't even hang up on
Yeah,
I
Mr.
know you
Click.
can't. You can't even hard hang up on
Mr.
nobody no
Click.
more like we used to.
Click.
Click. Now it's just
Psychic.
beep, beep,
Whatever
beep.
it is now,
something.
you'll get introduced to.
The millennials probably like a dial tone. What is that? It'd be like
Yeah,
da-da.
right. Yeah. You will get disconnected. We will disconnect at
But
that
we
point.
don't
I
know
ain't,
because they're putting up a facade. That's the problem. So you sit there, you go out on the first date, you still don't know the person. Yeah, you go out for the first date, and then you realize, oh, this is boring. So you're telling me you are interested in me because you DM'd me. We go out for the first date. It's boring. And can I live my life with this individual? And you say no, then they say you ghost them, and then they're upset. And then I
Well,
heard some of you guys say, well, you're accepting them. Well, you don't even know them, so you are getting to know them. And it's like, okay, is it my fault? It shouldn't be.
if I ghosted you, I don't care how you feel. That's what ghosting is. You're upset that I ghosted you, and I'm gonna say, so I don't care how you feel.
So
Male,
since you
you bored the hell out of me. I'm ghosting you, and you feel bad. So I'm supposed to say, oh, you feel bad. I'm supposed to commit more time to you so you don't feel bad. No, I ghosted you for a reason. Peace.
not cool.
Oh,
Not cool.
okay. It's
You
cool.
have
It's cool to
some.
me. I'm not gonna sit here and you bore me to death and then be mad because your feelings are hurt because I don't like you anymore. How does that work? I gotta live for me. I can't live for you.
True. And that's what people need to do and understand. But then you
Uh
get mad and then you slandered all over everywhere. Oh, this person did A, B, C, and D. So what
huh.
would be your recommendation? What would be Nate the
yes, Nate.
Agitator's recommendation on I can't even I don't even know how you can do this.
Well,
Not
here's the thing.
attracting the same type of person.
Well, here's the thing. People told me Cornell's, or no, let me use a girl. Somebody told me Nick ghosted them and her feet stinker, this, that, and other. Guess what? I don't care what they say. I have to find out for myself. It's a personal relationship. I can't take your word on it. You want me to put up? So, because Mel, they tell me something about Mel. I don't want to hear that garbage. I still want to see what Mel's about. So let me go on and see for myself. I
That's
can't
good to
take
hear.
everyone's recommendation or because Nick don't like Mel, so she said Mel, don't put raisins in her pork chops or whatever. She gonna slander you, okay? But guess what? I
Made it
still want to
sound
get with you, and so I have to find out and have a personal relationship with Mel, and I don't rely on what anyone else says. So people say stuff about me. I just be like, okay, well, cool. If you choose to believe that, okay, well, you save me some time. But if not, if you were like, well, damn, you're nothing like what Bonquisha said about you. Well, yeah, Bonquisha, I say Bonquisha's room stunk, and I couldn't keep it up, so that's why that happened. There was a reason. So, hey,
And
you come to Nate and let me agitate you personally. Don't take nothing you heard from somebody else about anybody.
that's how a lot of times I found out certain people didn't like me that I didn't like somebody be like, oh, you ain't nothing like so and so said, huh? What you mean? Yeah, they said this, they said that, da 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 da. Or they'll say, oh, I always thought you was mean because you look mean, you always this and that. But once you get to when you're actually chilling with me, you get to know me, then they be like,
Personal
you are not, yeah,
relation.
the personal. They're like, you're nothing like I thought you were. You're nothing like so and so said. You're nothing like you portray. Like, I've had people. Why do you look so mean? What do you mean? I don't. I'm just looking. Like
Here,
you,
Uh-uh.
I
you
want to
just
say
look
this.
mean.
I want to dig a little deeper here. Once you get to know someone, have you noticed that, let's say, an abuser or a woman who has been abused? It
Uh-huh.
seems to me, and this is just my thoughts, it seems to me that a woman will attract abusers because she tells him, because we talk a lot about
Mm-hmm.
her previous abuser, and he's
Uh-huh.
like, let me see how much she'll let me get away with. And
Uh
I seen where it's like, why you keep being attracted? Or you, let's say you might not even be, maybe the guy wasn't an abuser, but she took this punch from him. So maybe I can react this way. I
well,
Go ahead. I
uh,
watched that happen just from talking. So when we
right.
talk so much and we tell them about our previous relationship and what we dealt with, because that conversation comes when you're sitting across the table and it's like, oh, so tell me about your ex. I'd be like, why? You want his number? Like,
Uh some that's difficult because it deals with that you said it deals with abuse. And if the person's not abusive, there's a lot of women that say, well, he don't hit you or nothing like that. He don't love you. So
true.
I mean, shoot, it could be that type of woman. Or listen, don't talk about my ingrown. Well, I keep on saying toenail. Don't talk about my hairy nipples because it makes me feel a certain way. And you keep talking about my hairy nipples, and you keep edging on the exact same thing or the behavior that you don't want to have. You actually, uh, you
We talk
actually,
about it. We
right,
talk about it because we'll
right.
sit, and that's usually the conversation. So why did you and your ex break up? I don't know if there's like a pamphlet or something. It's like, who asked those questions? And then after they realize why, I don't know if it's for the guy to say,
Are we
okay, well,
clear?
if you're used to this, am I able to sustain how you like to live or how you like to date?
Hmm.
Or well, she put up with that, so I know I can possibly do that. Oh, he cheated, and then I went back to him because we talk so much. Yeah, I gave him a second shot. So to me, that tells that guy, guess what? You could cheat twice at least before she leave you.
No, no, because you don't. You're not that basic. You treat me different than you treated the last guy. So I
I would
treat
hope
you
so. Why do y'all ask those questions?
well.
And
I mean,
women ask
it's
men those
it's
questions as well, which is nuts.
huh?
I said women ask men those questions as well. Well, what happened with your last relationship?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I- we don't play you the same. I dated Nick, and I was this type of dude. When I got to you, I've learned something, or you mean this much more to me, or you do things different, which is gives back a different, the garners a different reaction. So
Right.
it's not. I'm well. She took it from him, so I'll do it. No,
It's
maybe
so you want to learn that person to steer away from
right.
what they right.
Your relationship will always be custom made.
You want to do it
Now,
different.
if you know the dude is like this or whatever the case may be, with your time with him is still going to be custom made. So that two piece you took from Fred was different than the two piece you took from me, and for a different reason. But something in your makeup or whatever could be attracting that type of dude and garnering those type of reactions.
Okay, go ahead, Nick.
I
What you
never
got?
understood that why, like, but like you said, some like Nate was saying, some women just like well, if he don't hit you, he don't love you. Hit me if you want me. Smack me and
Well,
I'll smack you back. You remember?
well,
You remember that digital underground? Smack me and I'll smack you back. But
right, but
like sometimes you want to steer away from the norm, and you want you so like yeah. I guess that goes back to the question: what about different? Because you want to steer away from the norm, and you want to try something different, or okay, well, I know this is what you don't like, even though I'm used to doing it, I can try it. Because I'll be like, I'm the first one to be like, why is this person trying to change me? But it's not that they're trying to change you. You might,
he's trying to acclimate you for him.
And I get that now. And so even with me being the age that I am, sometimes it's like, just Nick, shut up and just listen and try to do something different so you'll have a different result than you had the last time, So yeah, it's yeah, I
No,
guess.
you got to finish it, honey, because the people don't know
No,
what you're
I'm just
saying.
saying, like, sometimes it's good to just I don't comply. I don't want to say comply, but you know what I'm trying to get around. Like, just try it. But sometimes it's good to just try it a different way, so that you can get a different result.
Okay.
And hopefully, it's a good one.
All right. So you guys said it's the energy and the type of person, and that's why you keep attracting those same type people. I was reading something from James Allen, and what James Allen was saying was that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And I think there's something to that. I do. And the reason I say that is because if you keep attracting the same type of person, focus here, you can't do, if you keep attracting the same type of person, it has to be something. Watch this, and I'm not blaming you, but hear me out. Hear me out. It has to be something toxic, like a toxic pattern within you that's trying to get out before you can get what you want. So back to James Allen, not attracting what you want, but attracting what you are. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to look at yourself and say, okay, wait, what I'm attracting these type people. What about me that is attracting these type people? Let me look in and see what's going on. Are these people boring? Am I boring? Because where's the similarities? Usually people are
Right.
attracted, like we said, the energy, the type, and I've noticed in my nice little 50 years, familiarity. What's familiar?
Right.
So I don't have to do the work. And at this age, a lot of people don't want to do the work. That's why they won't go out and date somebody else. Like, do I even have the time? Do I want to learn somebody over? That's why I say you have those 90 days before you got the representative, but before the real person comes out, you got them 3 months, and then bam, you be like, who is this person? And then you realize, wait, am I this person? And I just think retrospect is good. Like, look inside and say, what about me again that's attracting it? Could it be me? So asking that question at the beginning, I say yes. They said yes before I even got it out. Wait, what did you say? You never said anything?
Yeah. Like thinking when you think back on a lot of the could it be me? It's possibly me. So therefore, what do I need to do to change that?
That part. Because even if you look at, like, if you could think back of people that you've dated and say, what do they have in common? And if they have something in common, that's when you can look, you are the common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Yep.
there's clearly something here. But when I was reading it, I was like, oh, this is deep. So you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. There you
Wow.
go. And then you have that, they were like, well, opposites attract. Yeah, okay. That's there too, but there's something there
Familiar.
that's familiar and that you are. So you got to look at that big picture. Be like, why do I keep getting these? And not to say that, the chick, for the person who actually submitted this question or this topic, not to say you a bum broad, because there were, I keep getting these guys. Not saying that, but you have to look at ambition. Do you have
Well,
ambition? And
to
if you have
her,
ambition, you'll be attracted to somebody with ambition.
mm, to
I
her,
believe it. Huh?
personally, to her, she probably attracts a lot of different guys. It's the one she lets in. So yeah, it's on her because I'm
I'm,
pretty sure that she ain't attracting all these type of dudes.
now
She's
here's
letting them in. Male, a
no,
lot of people are attracted.
because I have this information, and it's
Okay.
not letting them in. It's the first date is exposed. So
Oh,
it's not even in law. That's why I'm like, and she's like, nope, cut off, which I can
okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
me too. Me too.
so it is
Me too.
actually it's actually the attraction. The beginning is like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. And should you settle?
Every think about this. Everyone that's ever married or everything in some way feel they settled. It's an easy way to do it because I settled for my wife because Aaliyah, not Aaliyah, what was my girl? What's the girl? Wine. I can't.
Rihanna.
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 I settled for my wife because Rihanna was on tour and then she started acting up. So I can say I settled for my wife. But no, me and Rihanna broke up. My new girl is Fantasia. So since Fantasia was acting up, I
Well, you
settled for
don't
my
have a
wife.
type.
Oh,
You
You went
Fantasia.
from
all
one
over the
you went
place
from one
then.
extreme
Oh,
to the
wait
other.
a minute. Or Jill Scott. Well, anyway,
Okay, it's kind of.
so
Go ahead, though.
so I can say, well, I settled for my wife. So anyone can say they settled. It's what you deemed as happiness, what you thought was happiness at that time, and you went for it. You didn't settle. You went for
See,
what you
that's
thought
but
was
we're talking
happiness.
about settling. But we're talking about
Settle
settling.
is a
So
victim a victim
should
word.
so should so the question is, you don't want to be alone. Should you settle?
I ain't settling for nothing. I'd rather be alone than to settle. I would rather be
Okay.
alone than to settle.
Yeah, the word settle is what you're talking about. But guess
Hmm.
what? At one point, the dude that you settled for, you thought he made you happy. So you wasn't settling at that point in time.
No,
You were settling at that.
no. Stay focused. The question is exactly what it is. Should
Okay,
you settle? Nick said no. You don't know if
no,
you should settle.
it, it, you are settling no matter what. But so I'm going to say no for the
Disagree.
show since you're making me say yes or no. No, you shouldn't settle.
Okay, because that's a yes or no question.
Right, right.
Okay,
That's a yes or
all
no
right,
question. No, I'm not settling. Now, if you
okay,
need
cool.
some, and see, here's the thing: usually, people who settle, they need somebody, and they be like, oh, "Okay, well, I can't stand this. I don't like the way they chew, because I can't stand a dude who can't eat out in public. Eat the way they eat and the way they act. If you can't, if I can't take you out in public, bye. And guess
But
what? I'm not wavering, and I'm not settling.
gotcha, gotcha. So if that guy makes it to the marriage standpoint and y'all break up, can you say, "Well, I settled for you"?
Oh no, because we're not going to get to the marriage standpoint because I'm not settling.
Exactly.
Those are my deal breakers.
So by that analogy, you could never settle.
I'm not. I know that. That's what I said. No.
Exactly. So who's ever in your life, in your life,
Know that they are wanted. That's the thing.
exactly. At the end of it, when things go bad, is when, well, I settled for you.
Never that. No, I wouldn't say
Okay.
that. And but Nick
Okay.
said it.
Cool.
Nick said
Cool.
she'd rather be alone than settle. Absolutely.
Gotcha.
You want to be
Gotcha.
wanted. Who want to sit there and say I settled? Oh, okay, well I settled
No.
for you.
No one.
Your
No one.
relationship's over.
You never
Baby, I'll be
settle
a
in the
304
beginning.
before I settle.
You'll be a what?
304.
The 304 is for the
We
pagers.
know.
For the
We
young
know.
people who don't know about the
Yeah.
pagers, the sky pagers. There you go. Ask your mother. What is a
Yeah.
304?
Yeah. Yeah. But okay.
A
What?
garden
A
tool.
guard.
I'll be a
A
garden
garden
tool
tool.
before I settle.
Nate looking around like, huh?
You already know. I will be a garden tool before I settle. I ain't settle. No, no, just no.
You know this is worldwide, right? You know this ain't just a local show.
Sir, I know that, and guess what? I don't say nothing that I don't
Oh,
care to know. There's
Ah!
things that
Now
I
wait,
keep
we're
to
talking about that
myself. I don't
backstage.
tell everybody
We're talking about
everything.
that backstage,
What
all
I
right?
let y'all know is
oh,
I don't care, you know about. Okay? That's
oh.
one thing about Nick. If I
Woohoo.
say it, I don't care that anybody knows. There's a lot of stuff that
So
I don't share because it ain't nobody business. But a lot of the stuff that
so
I don't care. I'm not
so
settled. The
Hey,
point
this
of
is
that
what
is she
happens.
asked about
Listen,
settling. And
for the
I
listening
said,
audience and the viewers, I'm about to mute her.
the views are
what
heard.
I
How it goes.
said.
This is how it goes before the show and after the show. And then we hit the music and we get on and we're like, hey.
Wow. Wow.
Listen,
That's
I
amazing that you
said
would say that.
what I said. I'm
Wait,
like Nene
listen,
Leakes now.
listen.
I said
We
what
gotta
I
we got to
said.
show. So, Fred Harrison said, if you have a 10-point checklist and they take off 8 and at 2, are you settling? I would say yes if you have a 10-point checklist. But here's the thing, and I shouldn't even say it, but some people will say, I'm willing to negotiate. Really, but is that settling? That still is, like I said, it's still a yes. You are settling, but you know what's most important. So your checklist, Doc King, he always says that make a checklist. What are you willing to negotiate, and what are you not willing to negotiate? And that's what I'm not like. Dude was fine too. I ain't lying, he was fine. But every time he be like, "Wish I was like, oh man,
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
I can't
You
even take
talking
you
like that
out.
all public all the time? No.
Baby, I ain't listen. I ain't leaving you at the table with nobody. We got they be like, where you going, Mel? We ain't going to the bathroom. Like just
You just gonna
what's
take
most
what you have and
like
sit
get out of
outside,
here.
huh?
Right. My family would eat him up. I was like, I don't even want to do that to you. Like, get out of
Ooh,
here.
child, my family, yeah, just yeah, both sides. Ooh, Lord, no, that would not work well. Woo,
Oh,
my family, that
Meeting
wouldn't
your
work.
family. So do you take your date to the family reunion? No?
It depends on how serious. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
it
Yeah.
depends on
It
how
depends
serious.
on if she said what Nick said on a live show, whether I take him or not. Woo. Woo.
I said I
Woo.
will be one before I settle. That
I
yeah.
heard
You
that.
don't put that out there.
What's
Ain't
that here?
nobody gonna put.
Quiet. Oh my God. Okay, so
I'm
the
just
children are fighting. So
Oh.
we're gonna talk about while the children fight. No. We're gonna talk about, do you take them when you meet them though, when you first meet them?
oh no.
No. No.
So who do you take to
No.
the family reunion?
Me, myself, and
Someone
I.
I'm serious about.
Okay.
Someone I am serious about. You ain't gonna be around the ladies in my family, and I'm not serious about you. I can take you around my dad and my uncle. They gonna be like, nephew, you hitting that? Oh man, woo! But you ain't gonna be around the women in my life, my mom, my aunts, and grandmas, and stuff like that. No, no. You're
Okay.
special. You are special to me if you go to my family reunion.
So are we not special if we meet your friends?
You can be. That's the gateway. I'll keep you around my friends because I always tell my friends, and then they can run the whole facts too. And they be like, you know, Tyrone and them used to talk to her. She used to talk to such and such.
So are you
What is
wait. So are you around, are you introducing us to your friends for the, or is that an interview?
It's it. You remember the basement argument? I'm taking you over to Fred's house down the basement
Right.
because that's what I do. That's my inner working. That's where I live. That's my lifestyle. So it can be a good thing if Fred's wife is there. That's the thing. But if you just happen to be around with me and the fellas, that's the third phase of the interview
ooh, ooh.
because they'll be like, yo. They'll give you the quick one. It'll be a quick no. Watch this. Yeah, man, Mel was beautiful. Yeah, man, Mel's the one. And then we'll get that quick nod, and fellas be like, oh, okay.
So that's the determining factor.
It plays a part in your overall grade. You know, the final, your homework, and classwork. It's the part you got to do all good and all through. So, I mean, it plays a part in what will do. A man ain't gonna share his things he loves with a woman that he doesn't really love.
Okay. Go
You
ahead,
know,
Nick. What you got? Don't take me over to your friend's basement because I ain't going. Go ahead, Nick.
you
What you
missing
got?
out. He really liked you.
Now you remember the last conversation we had. Mr. Nate over here said that if I take you to my friend's house, that means you're special.
Yes, yes, because my friend's house, his wife would be there. That means you're special. The aspect is I'm not going to have you around my friends and their wives if you're not fresh special. But if you just around with me and the boys, first of all, I'm not going to take
So,
you to a place
so
where
what's the
just
wife
me and the
for?
boys.
What's the wife for? You expect them to be friends and be double dating at 90?
Yeah, yes, yes. I'm still gonna double date with Fred and them. Yes, I'm gonna still have a girl that can hang out because we all ride Harleys together, and they're gonna be together, and we're gonna go someplace to get hotel rooms and dinner. Someone that
That
can
ain't
mesh
what
in
he
that
said.
situation.
If I take you around my friends, it wasn't just the wife. If I take you around, because I'm not gonna take you around my friends
Oh, okay.
if I ain't
Can
feeling you
I
like
can
that.
I
If you're not
can
special,
can I amend that law?
Go
can we
ahead,
go back
because
to
I
that
got to
particular show?
understand, because I got to dig
I
deep in this.
got you. I am not gonna take you around my friends by themselves. Why would I take you around my friends and it's you the only woman? Why?
That's why I
Because the
was asking,
fun
is this an
stops.
interview?
Because the fun stops
You sitting there
as
like
soon
Lance,
as
do you be like, spin
the
around, boo, spin around?
the fun stops with me and the friends if you're there. Because that's what happens when you're there. The fun stops. So I'm not gonna just take you around my friends, but if I take you somewhere, I know there's gonna be other women there. So guess what? I am sharing with you my world because Fred's wife is important to me. In her opinion, is important to me. So
That's
if I
foul.
take you around, okay, all right.
That's
Well,
foul. Let me tell you why. Because
tell me how. Tell us how we should feel. Go ahead.
I don't know how you should feel, but I said I didn't even tell you how you should feel. I said it was foul. I'm talking about on the whole
Okay.
map. I didn't say nothing about your
Okay.
feelings. The
Gotcha.
thing is this: if you go and say they ran into each other beforehand and they didn't
hmm
click, so because she don't like her, mean y'all can't move forward. And
It
why do they have to be friends? Like,
Right.
it ain't
I've been taken
friends
to places where nothing but dudes, and they acted accordingly. Because yeah,
right?
because you were there. Why would a guy take you to a place where nothing but dudes are? First of all,
Okay.
and
because he wanted to
I'm
spend
not
time with
saying
me, and he wanted his
Wait,
friends
wait,
to
wait,
meet
wait,
me.
wait. I want to get his point. I need to hear this because I need to go back and
I'm not saying that oh, I can't date you because Fred's wife don't like you. But guess what? Fred's a big part of my life. We do a lot of stuff together. My lifestyle is, oh, me and Fred going bowling. Me and Fred going on a bike ride. This, that, and other. So if you want to be around me, I know that Fred brings his wife. So guess what? Y'all ain't got to be sink y'all minces or nothing like that. But it weighs in on the total score. You the new one, and guess what? If you have introduced me to your girlfriends and they got a husband, you're gonna want me and that dude to be able to hang out together. Because guess what? Y'all girls like to go to church together and then go out to lunch and this, that, and other. And if I can't stand Fred, I'm like, no, I don't want to go with you. And then that's a problem. So guess what? Me liking your girlfriend's husband or significant other plays a part. So just because I put it on the man side, it still plays a part. You want me to get along with Jason, Sophia's man,
at this
because
age,
guess
no new
what?
friends. Look,
Guess
you
what?
remember that at this age, no new friends. No, I'm joking, but I just think that that's really strange to be this ripe age to be like, oh, okay, well, y'all hang. And I'm not hanging out with nobody. Double date once in a while. I'm not really keen on that. Be like, why we got to go to Perkins? Like,
Mel,
why?
Mel,
I have my
Mel,
people. I got my homegirls over here. You go with your
Mel.
friend. I'll be there. I'll
You're a
pull up.
biker, right? You're a biker, right?
Yes.
So you and Dangerous
My personal
Curve.
business out there. I told y'all don't be putting y'all stuff out there on social media.
So you and the DC are riding up in Baltimore, and
Uh-huh.
y'all dudes on the back of y'all motorcycle. Hypothetically,
You already know.
N- hypothetically,
we can't get none of ours to ride the banana. I ride alongside you. But go ahead.
right? But anyway, so you and Tipsy or somebody got rooms together, and y'all plan on all Baltimore having the Richard Simmons show live. We want to go.
Okay.
Now we have to go. So wouldn't it be cool if me and Vicky's dude can just say, "Hey man, let's go out." While they doing that, let's go over to the sports bar and have a couple beers. Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, that'd be
Or
nice.
or, or would you rather say, "No, I don't like that dude. Forget him. Forget that dude. I don't want to hang out with them." I don't want to go, or
But
I'll
see,
go
that's like
someplace else.
I get what you're saying, but when you were presented it, it was more like an obligation, and it
Well,
shouldn't
it's not an
matter.
obligation. It's part of the overall score.
But ours be like, have fun, because they know it's all us. Have fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
nobody interested in doing that.
Right,
Nick, what
right.
you got? Nick a
I mean,
biker. Go ahead. Look, he threw me under the bus. I'm throwing you under the bus. Go ahead.
it's nice. I have taken my now ex-husband before we got married. I've taken him out of town with me to different a couple times to different places,
Was he with the
and
dude or was he chilling?
he was chilling. I mean, the few dudes that went there, he knew them, but not like that. But he more or less would, he could chill with him or he could chill by himself, and that's basically what it was. He just chill by himself. I mean, they would come around and talk to him, whatever. And you're not gonna be ignorant, talking to him. But as far as whether he
Okay.
just gonna hang, nah, it wasn't like that because his thing was he
But
was with
what?
and he knew that I had to do this. So, oh, I'm cool. I'll just sit over here and have my little drink. And then whenever you come back over and join me, that's fine.
See, what
But
were you?
wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if he got along with me and us four can at late at night get a spades game going?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, well
it would be nice, but
that's
it's
my
not
whole
a deal
point.
breaker and it's not a factor.
It's not a deal breaker, but it matters. I want you.
No, it really
Fred is
doesn't
important
matter.
to me.
It
Hey,
does
I
not
Fred
want to
is
matter.
sit
very
over here. This
Fred.
this question. The people in the comment that's viewing the callers, call in, text, do what you have to do. My question is it necessary for your mate to be friends with your best friend's mate? And I probably shouldn't use the word necessary, but
Yeah, necessary is the
yeah, that's
word
a
that
little
messes it up.
And
Yeah.
I understand it's nice, but is that something that you really look
No,
for?
because what if they do meet and they find out that they don't like each other?
Well,
So I'm a
it
break up
messes.
because I'm a
It,
break because my best friend's man don't like. No, no, you're
no,
not. So
no,
it's
no. It ain't break up, but it messes up the trip. It messes up the trip.
no,
So
Me
it
and
is
me
inter-
and it's important because guess
stay in
what?
your neutral
Me
corners.
me, me and let's I'm still using Fred. Me and Fred go riding on this trip every year, and we do this. We our rooms are joined, and we after we eat or we go to dinner, such and such
the
place.
rules is joined too. Man,
Oh
that
no,
Yeah,
we
man,
because
do
we
the
got
all
rules
that
was
different.
joined back in the
that's
day.
Only with the girls.
that
All the
that
girls.
spades game. That spades game
And
is
Well, I don't
important.
need a joining room for
that's
that.
Okay.
that's
All
some
right.
kiddie
All right.
Not
stuff.
Oh,
on my
cool.
No,
dough.
you lost me on
Cool.
that. I love you, but you lost
Oh,
me on that
okay.
one.
Cool. Yeah.
All right,
All
listen,
right.
let me get today's footnote. Today's footnote comes from none other than Chuck D. For the people who don't know who Chuck D is, you might be too young, but thank you and welcome to Shop Talk with Mel. It's part of Public Enemy. Here's today's footnote. If you can't change your friends, change your friends. All right? You heard me?
Yes.
Did, did you hear me, Nate?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you. Oh yeah.
Y'all heard me. All right. So you got it. Today's footnote, take that with you. Think about it. Pass it on to your youth out there. Any young person that you talk to, let them know because that is so freaking deep. I always thought it was a dope line, so I had to share it with you lovely people. If you can't change your friends, change your friends. Hey guys, I love you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to Shop Talk with Mel every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Click on 947-star 2 star 94.7. You know I do both of them simultaneously. Getting ready to run down to the station now and play some music. This is Throwback Saturday, baby. Throwback Saturday. I got some Surface on. I got some Do I Do's. Remember that Do I Do? Got that
Hmm.
going. What's going on? Digging in the crates for you lovely people. I got it out there and I'm getting ready to go down there and see if I can find some other good stuff like that throwback Mary J. Blige. This new one I
You
ain't
you
doing. Nah, I'm talking
you you,
real love.
you take requests.
I'll definitely take requests. Hey, let me give y'all the number real quick. 330-746-STAR. 330-746-7827, I think. But it's STAR. So y'all got it. Wherever you at, check it out. Log in online, 947-star.com. or just call in locally. I'll see y'all because I got to hurry up and go. All right. All right. I love you guys for listening. Remember that. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. One, two, three. Shout
Short
Shop
talk.
talk.
Oh
He
my
was
Oh
late.
my
God.
Real
God.
It's like
late.
y'all
That was
No,
arguing
I was
at
not.
Joe and Atlas.
People